This is KGW News at Sunrise.
This morning, what we know about the search for a second suspect in a shooting at a crowded boardwalk in Florida. It injured 9 people, including children.
And we also have an update on the fire burning in Lane County this morning, how state officials are urging people to prepare as we get closer to wildfire season.
And we are also live this morning in Portland's Old Town. Look at all those donuts. They are Voodoo Donuts, and Voodoo is celebrating its 20th birthday today. Come with me, Eric Patterson, behind the camera. The crew hard at work at this downtown location, and yes, they are getting ready for that birthday celebration. So we will talk 20 years of Voodoo Donut, and we're going to have some fun with not only the CEO, but the 2 founders of this donut operation. That's all coming up this morning, gang, here on Sunrise. I send it back inside to you in the studio.
I just realized I like donuts to go round. I could watch that forever. The donut just going round, round.
Yeah, it's a fun way to start the morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Back to work after a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, cool temperatures. It was 79 yesterday, by the way. Today we have morning cloud cover expected to be rolling in. You can see it on the horizon, but so far still some blue skies up top. Everything indicates it's going to be noticeably cooler this afternoon. We're at 51. This will be a completely dry day once again. So here we go. 64 at noon. I have us at 73. A lot of the modeling says we may struggle to hit 70. So again, pleasant. You'll notice it not being as warm. We'll have your complete 7-day forecast coming up.
Thank you, Rod. New this morning, Portland police are investigating a crash involving a car and motorcycle that injured the motorcyclist. It happened just before 10:30 last night at Northeast Columbia and Cully Boulevard. The motorcyclist was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police tell us the motorcyclist was not wearing a helmet and believe alcohol and speed may have been a factor in the crash. The person in the car is okay and is cooperating with the investigation.
Now to a wildfire update. Right now, there are 8 fires burning across the state. One of the larger ones is in Lane County, about 10 miles southwest of the town of Veneta. We want to bring in Devin Haskins for more on this morning. And Devin, fire officials say they have that fire under control.
Yeah, good news this morning. That's the 7K fire we're talking about. And since Friday afternoon, it's burned around 300 acres. The latest update came in around 7:30 last night and showed fire crews had 100% containment on the fire, but that they're still fighting some of the hot spots. The fire did double in size from Saturday into Sunday up to that 300-acre mark. Around 300 fire crews were fighting the fire on the ground and from the air. Strong winds carried embers from the fire and started 3 additional fires. Those have also been contained. Fire officials say those strong winds, along with the lack of access to water and the steep hills and thick brush, made it difficult to fight this fire.
And so we've had to truck in a lot of water to actually be able to do some good work. That is becoming one of our priorities now, is to continue and just completely build out our hose lay system that we have around the fire so that we can access water at every point.
Now, because of a danger for falling trees and rocks, mop-up work on the fire will only happen during the daytime. No word yet on what caused the 7K fire. And by the way, the largest fire burning in Oregon is the Dillon Creek fire in Klamath County. That's burned about 3,000 acres of trees and brush and is 60% contained. Brenda?
Devin, thank you for the update. A Tillamook County forest deputy spotted a fire that could have quickly grown out of control over the weekend. These are photos of the Jordan Creek area around noon on Saturday. Crews from Oregon State Forestry, Marshall Logging, and Hampton Lumber all helped put out this fire. As you can see, conditions are quickly drying out in the Coast Range. Still no word on how this fire started.
And investigators in Washington are still looking for 4 of 7 teenagers who escaped from a juvenile facility just outside of Seattle. One of them was serving time for murder, another for assault. And as our Mike Benner found, detectives now think those teens could be in Southwest Washington after their getaway car turned up in Vancouver.
A bird's-eye view of the Echo Glen Children's Center just outside of Seattle. Early Sunday morning, detectives say 7 teenagers between the ages of 15 and 17 assaulted a staffer at the medium to maximum security facility. We're told the teens then took off in the victim's SUV.
There was like 2 or 3 cop cars here. all the way down the road.
This man lives in the Seattle suburb of Burien, where 3 of the 7 teens were found and taken into custody Sunday. With the 4 other teens still missing, police warned neighbors to be vigilant, as one woman who wanted to remain anonymous told our sister station, King 5.
They're saying stay in your house so that their police dog could scout around the yards and see if anybody was still hanging around.
Turns out they weren't. In all likelihood, the 4 teens were driving 160 miles south to Vancouver. That's where investigators found the car the teens are accused of stealing. The discovery forces detectives to expand their search to Southwest Washington, while others will take a closer look at how the teens managed to escape from the security facility in the first place. And speaking of the escape, this is the 3rd time in a year and a half that teens have escaped from the Glen Echo Children's Center. As far as this most recent escape, again, 4 teens remain on the run. If you spot them or know anything about what's going on, you're urged to call police. I'm Mike Benner for KGW News.
Now to an update on just an incredible rescue in Cowlitz County. We spoke with the woman who found a missing man 5 days after he'd driven into a ravine in Longview. Her name is Rhonda Wimmer. She's friends with the man, 56-year-old Dan Stansberry. After not hearing from him in a few days, she took a different route on her morning walk to see if she could spot him along Sunset Way.
And I thought to myself, if I could just take a look and see anything suspicious, possibly some tire tracks leaving the road. And sure enough, 10 minutes into my walk, I saw some faint tracks and looked over the ravine, and I could see the back or the bed of his dark green truck. And I knew I found him.
Yeah, that's wild. She had a hunch. So firefighters used ropes to lift Stansberry out of that 150-foot ravine. They say he had serious injuries and was sick. This morning, he's recovering in the hospital.
Ah, don't you love that sound? It is the sound of nature, obviously. Many people got a chance to get out yesterday to mark the unofficial start to summer. We talked to some hikers on the Eagle Creek Trail in the Gorge about what makes this particular spot so special to them.
It's been really nice to hear the river next to us, and like I said, there's a nice mix of sun and shade on the trail, so it's just been pleasant, not too hot.
It was pretty amazing, first time here. A little scary, but I got the proper tools to make me feel comfortable.
Wow, look at that drop off.
Oh,
man, can you imagine? But also totally beautiful. I'm just so glad to see that the Eagle Creek Trail has really bounced back. I mean, was it 2017? The Eagle Creek fire, huge, and now it's just gorgeous out there. Look at that.
Have you guys done that hike before?
I haven't. No.
I mean, I chuckle because it is a little scary. And talking about that video that we showed, that was the walking trail.
Wow.
You are sitting there,
right there
on the edge.
edge.
I used to do that with both of my dogs.
No,
on
wow.
leashes. And now thinking I would never do that now. I mean, it's not very wide.
No, it's not at all, but it is beautiful up there. So cloud cover, we've started the last couple of days, and then it's been nice and sunny in the afternoon, but it's been dry.
Yes, and guess what? Guess what? Today will be day 15 of not a drop of rain at PDX consecutively. That ties the all-time record for the month of May for dry streaks. Tomorrow will be day 16 on the 31st day, so that's going to be another record that goes into the books. All right, here we go. We have some showers, and eventually these will be thunderstorms again out across southeastern Oregon. You see them on radar, still going this morning. That area will fire back up during the day today. Here on the west side, we have clouds at the coast. We have what is expected to be an encroaching marine deck of clouds. You can see some of that low cloudiness on the horizon. So I think at some point in the 6 o'clock hour, we'll probably see Portland become overcast. 51 is the early morning number. But to Brenda's point, we'll be dry today. And again, we will see afternoon sunshine develop. All the weather data says it's going to be noticeably cooler this afternoon. 46 in Newport right now. Salem sitting at 50. Kelso sitting at 47. It's 55 out in the Dalles. And by the way, the Gorge, the coast, the valley, all expecting to see noticeable breezes at times this afternoon from the northwest. Could be some 30-mile-per-hour winds blowing out in the Gorge, for example. Here's Futurecast showing morning cloudiness, and then that goes away, and then out here is that chance of those showers and thunderstorms refiring out across southeastern areas.
So here we go. The cooler temps. It was in the upper 70s yesterday. Today, 71 in Salem, 70 in Corvallis, 70 in McMinnville. Winds this afternoon, just some erratic, noticeable breezes kicking up later in the day. This shows cloudiness holding long enough into the afternoon that Longview's only 64 and Battleground only 66. Vancouver at least 70, maybe 73. Portland, I think, at least 70, maybe 73. Tomorrow, fighting to hit 70. And then we lose the morning cloud cover and we get back to the straight sun on Thursday into Friday. Now, fast forward to Monday, which could be day one of 3 or 4 90-degree days in a row. All right, what am I thinking about? I'm rubbing my tummy. Am I thinking about Drew, donuts, or both? Both.
Rod, I know you love those spinning donuts, so here they come at you again on this Tuesday morning. Voodoo Donut, our location on this Tuesday, because Voodoo is celebrating its 20th birthday today. You know about the donuts. You know that iconic pink box. Inside the box, more goodness. We'll explain why these donuts in particular are so special today, and we'll have more on the birthday of Portland's favorite, Voodoo Donut, coming up after this.